What is up, guys? It is Sam here for American Movers, and today I wanted to talk about the collapse in the cryptocurrency markets over the last week or so. It's been an absolutely crazy week. I didn't want to go into it straight away because I kind of want to see what would happen and how it would all play out, as it was kind of all breaking. People were saying it was going to do this, they were going to do that, all to do with the FTX collapse. So there was a lot of rumors going around at the time, but the dust seems to have settled, and there seems to be a plan of where it's going to go now. So look, I'm going to get straight into what has actually happened here and why it's in such a mess, and why it is bad for the crypto market. As the guy Sam Bankrupt was seen as the guy who knew everything and was unstoppable and was the backstop for the cryptocurrency market, and that is now gone. So guys, look, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into the video and explain what has happened here for the 1 day loss of wealth on record, the biggest 1 day loss of wealth on record for an individual, and that is Sam Bankrupt. So look, I'm going to get straight into this and I'll see you in the video. So guys, you are probably hurting quite a lot this week if you are heavily exposed to the crypto market. There's been a lot of heavy losses this week and a lot of turbulence, and that has been due to the collapse of FTX, which is the world's second largest exchange, and it's due to basically massive mismanagement and over leverage and basically complete mismanagement of money and capital that led to a liquidity crunch. So a liquidity crunch is just basically when everyone wants to withdraw their money at once and they don't have the money to give you, so they run into a situation where they're pausing withdrawals and they can't actually give you back your money. And yeah, so this is a huge issue, and it has now led to the bankruptcy of FTX and the loss of wealth from Sam Bankrupt-Fried of 94% of his money, which is absolutely crazy and unprecedented altogether. This guy was seen as a saving light in cryptocurrencies, and he was backstopping a lot of the projects like BlockFi, and he was bailing them out. This has now led to BlockFi now not having enough capital that they can't operate their business anymore because of FTX's collapse. And look, it's just a really kind of bad situation. Then you had, when the news broke earlier on in the week, you had Binance running in saying that they were going to buy up FTX, and they signed a non-binding agreement. And then they had a look at FTX's books, and they said that it was too bad for them to even do this. They couldn't see how it would be beneficial after they actually looked at the books, and it didn't take them very, very long to make that decision. So we can only imagine how bad it is. I've seen articles of Sam Bankrupt-Fried asking for $4 billion in cash, just basically to pay out to customers, and it's just a bit of a mess of a situation. So this is basically has led to Sam Bankrupt-Fried losing his company. He's resigned as CEO and is now filed for bankruptcy as no potential buyer was found. And all of the assets will be liquidated, and it's going to be a while before people can get their assets out of FTX. It's a mess of a situation. So this has happened quite a lot this year already. You have the likes of Voyager that have gone bankrupt. You had BlockFi earlier, but they were bailed by FTX. Now we're going to run into problems as well. You have 3 Arrows Capital, and also you have his secondary company of Alameda Trading Company or something like that. It's his Sam Bankrupt-Fried's like sister company, which half as well was involved in. And yeah, so now you have this massive void of a situation where this cryptocurrency exchange is going to be gone. So this has led to the collapse of most tokens. So your Bitcoin has crashed. I'll show a bit of price action later on in the video. Bitcoin's crashed, Ethereum's crashed. Obviously the FTX token has lost most of its value, and it's just a very bad situation for the crypto market. So all these people that are not involved in crypto be telling, oh look, I told you so, on this, that this is not going to work. And personally myself, a very limited exposure into crypto at the moment. I kind of sold off a lot of my positions in it. Where I do hold the remaining cryptos that I do have, I hold it in Nexo.com, and Nexo actually exited their position from FTX when they got kind of wind of this rumor that they have a liquidity crunch, and they actually got out of it 2 days beforehand and had zero impact from the liquidity crunch that happened in the coming days. And what we can only hope from this situation is that people do get their money back. People do get what they are owed from FTX, because it's an awful situation to be in, that you can't even pay your creditors or anything. It's it's not good. It's not good. So now this leaves with Binance with a massive majority share of the cryptocurrency market once this is all kind of said and done. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is yet to be seen. But so now we're left with Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com. They're all kind of the biggest exchanges that will be left after this. But so this guy is lost 94% of his wealth in one single day. And look, it just doesn't seem to get much better for him. The next few weeks will be very, very challenging just to see kind of what's happened. I imagine there's going to be turbulence in the crypto markets for the foreseeable future until this all kind of gets resolved. And look, I'm just going to go look into some news stories that broke today, and also just a bit about the price action that happened earlier on in the week, and just kind of where I'm going to be potentially stancing myself on this. So it just doesn't seem to get any better for FTX. As it was reported this morning, the morning on the 12th, this will be going up on the 13th, that FTX was hacked. Mysterious outflows totaling over 600 million, which is absolutely, look, it just doesn't get any better for these guys. So 600 million left the bankrupt cryptocurrency wallets on Friday with no explanation to why, and FTX officials have said that it has been hacked, and warnings have gone out to all users to start uninstalling the app. If because of this hack, it's potentially your data is at risk and your tokens are at risk as well. So look, this just doesn't get any worse. And it's like many FTX wallet hosts are reporting that their balances are now zero in their FTX.com and FTX US wallets. So it's looking that we need to just try to get off this exchange altogether as quickly as possible, but it just doesn't get any better for FTX whatsoever. And as we're moving on to price action, like, it just doesn't get any better here. Like, so at the start of the week, we're trading at $24, and now we are down to $2. Like, so this is a massive drop in wealth. So when this news started to break, just around here on the 7th or 8th of November, and when it fully came out after Binance pulled out of it as well on the 8th later on that day, it just completely collapsed altogether. Like, so look, this is not good if you are holding that token. As well, we're looking at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin kind of over the last 7 days, you can see it's following the same kind of path that it was around 19,000. Started the week at 21,000, and now it is trading around 16,800 and went to a bottom of in the 15k range, which we haven't seen in a very, very long time. As well, we look at Ethereum, you can see that it is following a similar pattern as well, and we nearly went all the way down to 1,000 again today, which we haven't seen in a couple of months, which would have been absolutely crazy. It's kind of stabilized as we get out of this week, but so the price action on this has been crazy, and look, hopefully none of you were affected by this and don't use FTX. I would have thought it was one of the better exchanges as well. I think it took everyone by surprise that this has happened and that this mismanagement of funds has gone on. And look guys, I hope that you weren't affected by this. I hope you kind of learned from this and what it's all about and what's happened, and understanding the situation and why crypto has been so volatile over the last week or so. And look, I hope you enjoyed this, and do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out an awful lot, and I will see you in the next one.